Greetings from Southern Yankee Homestead. This is your first time? Welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Today we're heading back out to the woods with our Model 290 Winchester 22 long rifle. We're about 4 or 5 days into turkey season, spring gobbler. We're only allowed to hunt the mornings, but due to a lapse in paperwork, I haven't been out hunting yet because we didn't have permission from the neighbor to hunt on his property. I wasn't going to make assumptions, but I did clarify last night, and we do have permission. We also have permission to film, and we're going to be avoiding certain areas to respect his privacy. Today we're actually going out to set up game cameras to find out what time the turkeys are coming out. We have a good idea where the turkeys are coming out, but we don't know what time. So we are bringing the 22 because for all we know, we might stumble across them on the way out there or while we're out there. So let's see what kind of a mess we can get into. Answers that question. We got turkeys. Now then, I'm setting up here because coming off the field, it drops down and then it comes back up, and there's a little ridge that runs along here. On the other side of that ridge is a brook that comes down through the middle of the property. I'm setting up here because this looks like a natural game trail. It might not be, but it looks like one, so I want to see if there's anything traveling up and down this. Guess I won't be sitting in that seat anymore. The light areas you can see out there is the field. You can see the natural bow in it. So either the deer or the turkeys are going to be down in that lower area, or they're going to be traveling up here or on that back side. There's a brook over there, but what I want to do is trace this back to where I was sitting last fall during deer season, where the turkeys actually went up to roost. Yeah, that's a drop off on the back side. I was sitting down in there, so those turkeys were in those trees there above that stand. Alright, I apologize for that. We're back at the house now. The camera battery died. For whatever reason, the Hero 7 just does not keep up like it used to. I think the batteries are getting old. But we did see turkeys. Didn't shoot any. Even though you might have seen me put the gun up, I was scoping the woods, literally using the scope to look at the woods line to see if I could see which way they were going or where they went. But we did see turkeys, and it was within legal hunting time, so that gives me an idea of where I want to sit. We're going to give those cameras a couple days, see what we come up with, see if we can pull a pattern. The time is set on them, so I'll know when anything is coming through. So whether it be deer, bear, turkeys, sometimes raccoons, you just never know. One thing I didn't cover that I wanted to cover real quick here is what I'm using for a bullet. It's a 22 long rifle, but if you look, I've got hollow points. Specifically using hollow points for turkeys because it's a small animal, so there's not a lot of space for a bullet to expand. If I use full metal jacket, I'm worried that the bullet will travel through the bird and not do enough damage to actually humanely take the bird down. So that's why we're using these little hollow points. I don't use these in my concealed carry, and yes, I concealed carry a 22. I use full metal jacket in my concealed carry because I want more penetration, not more explosion. So, didn't get a turkey yet, but this video hasn't gone to the editor yet to be processed and published. So, there's still a possibility later in this video there will be a turkey shot. So stay tuned. We'll see what we can do. Alright, it is the next day. We're off to a late start. It is presently a little after 10. We can hunt till noon. One of the reasons for doing that is because, well, it rained hard last night, and I really don't feel like getting wet. So we're going to go out, see if we have any luck, see what we find. Stay tuned. You can see it, but there's a deer all the way over there in the corner. Alright, change of plans. I came back early because I was sitting up in the stand. I looked down at my rifle and noticed something. And at that point I decided I had to come down because we're not going to be taking a shot at a turkey with this rifle. If you look here, now let me turn it like this, and then see something wrong here? So, see something wrong here? the front scope mount isn't. As soon as I saw that, I came down because I'm not going to take a shot with a rifle that is potentially out of whack. I don't know if in my brilliance I set it up like that originally, but regardless, we're going to resight this rifle before we continue hunting. In theory, it may not affect it that much, but in practicality, I'm not going to risk it. So, looks like I won't be hunting for the next couple days. I gotta wait for it to dry out a little bit more so I can get the lead sled out and set up the range where I can lay down on the ground without being totally, completely muddy and destroying the rifle in the process. And yes, I am going to use a lead sled on a 22, just for the simple fact that it ensures that the gun is correct and that I'm not throwing the numbers off. So, not exactly the video I wanted, but it will at least be something. And this, I hope, will be a learning experience for some people. Take a look at your rifles very carefully. Take a look at your hunting gear very carefully. Sometimes things will pop up that you don't even realize, and continue to look at them. Don't just make assumptions like I did. So, sorry for the disappointing video, but this is real life. Have a good day. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.